when I was doing my orations, you wrote your speech and delivered it, and it's a lot easier to memorize something that you have written, but to take what you have been given and in such a short period of time, not only memorize it, but also bring a passion and so much of the spirit of the speech, that was truly remarkable. Marquita is off the chain. I'm sorry, this girl is, I have been underexposed. This is my first time hearing girlfriend sing, and I'm telling you, I've got a new favorite singer. I'm going to shift a little bit and put myself in the same position as the other students. I do remember, by the way, my temperance oratorical speech on alcohol, our inherited foe. But I'm going to pick up on a speech, give myself a speech. Jameer did the last speech of Martin King. I've been to the mountaintop and did a wonderful job. I'd like to, because it's shorter than the one that I gave, we had an 8-minute time limit when I did mine, and just give the last part of Martin King's sermon. Jameer gave the last speech in Memphis. The last sermon was before that, and it was called The Drum Major Instinct. And the peroration or conclusion of that was played at the funeral of Martin King. And he said, every now and then I guess we all stop and think realistically about that day when we will be victimized by what is life's final common denominator. And that's something we call death. We all think about it, and every now and then I think about my own death, and I think about my own funeral, and I don't think about it in a morbid sense. Every now and then I ask myself the question, what it is that I would want said, and I leave the word with you this morning. If any of you are around when it comes my time to meet my day, I don't want a long funeral. And if you get somebody to deliver the eulogy, tell them not to talk too long. And tell them not to mention that I've won a Nobel Peace Prize. That isn't important. Tell them not to mention that I've won 300 or 400 other awards. That isn't important. Tell them not to mention where I went to school. Because I want somebody to be able to say in that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to give his life serving others. I want somebody to be able to say in that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to love somebody. I want them to be able to say that I did try to feed the hungry. I want them to be able to say that I did try in my life to clothe the naked. I want them to be able to say that I did try in my life to visit those who were in prison. Yes, I want them to be able to say that I tried to love and to serve humanity. Yes, if you must say that I was a drum major, say that I was a drum major for justice, say that I was a drum major for truth, say that I was a drum major for righteousness, and all of the other shallow things of life will not matter. I won't have any money to leave behind. I won't have any of the fine, luxurious things of life to leave behind, but I just want to leave a committed life behind. And that's all I've got to say. If I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or a song, if I can show somebody he's traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. If I can do my duty as a Christian, or if I can spread salvation to a world that's wrong, if I can tell the story as the Master taught, then my living shall not be in vain. Yes, Lord, I want to be on your right side or your left side. Not for any selfish reason. I want to be on your right or your left, not in terms of some political kingdom or ambition. I just want to be there in love, in service, in justice. That's where I want to be. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest orators of our time, Chaplain Black. Let's give him another round of applause. Okay. Chaplain Black, I'm going to need you back up here with me, please, sir. We want to thank Chaplain Black for all that he's done, but also Chaplain Black has donated to the first place winner a $2,500 scholarship to Pine Forge Academy.
Yes. Let me say, we didn't have any losers tonight. I just want you to know that right now. So regardless of the order, how that is, that's happenstance. As I sat and listened to each orator, it took me back. And I want you to know that each presentation demonstrated multi-talented gifts, okay? So there are no one-talent orators today. Each of you did remarkably well. And I really believe what my cousin, by the way, Sister Poole, said. She is my biological cousin. That this gift, this is a gift that God has given each one of you, okay? That this gift can take you places. I grew up eating welfare cheese, okay? My family was evicted don't act like you don't know what welfare cheese is. My family was evicted 3 times before I was 13 years of age. It was my 11th grade oration, which won for the Columbia Union, that enabled me to break out of a cycle of poverty and pathology. And trust me, that God has equipped each one of you orators with a gift. Trust me, I can recognize it when I hear it, okay? And so nurture that gift, okay? Because you get double or nothing, okay? Don't hide it. 2 talents become 4. 4 become 8. 8 becomes 16, okay? You just keep, and eventually, Proverbs chapter 12, 22, 29, show me a person diligent in his or her business, he or she will stand before kings and not ordinary people. God bless this boy from the hood to preach at the White House regularly, to preach at Camp David regularly, and every day the Senate convenes on C-SPAN 2 to offer a prayer. And that started out at 5 years of age, reciting poems. Jimmy had a nickel and Johnny had a dime, for each to spend just as they would to have a happy time. Use the gift, because all I saw tonight were winners.
Our second place winner this evening is Miss Micaiah Davis. Micaiah, not only do you win that trophy, you also win a check for $500.
Since it's my oratory contest, girlfriend nailed that inaugural address, okay? I mean, this is, in my opinion, it is the second greatest inaugural address. Lincoln's second inaugural address, but it was only 17 minutes long. But the passion that you captured, it's one thing to do the words. She captured the let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike, that the torch has been passed. You nailed it, girlfriend. I just want you to know.
And our first place winner this evening is Mr. Joseph Smitty. Mr. Smitty wins not only that trophy, but he wins a check for $1,000 cash. And he wins a scholarship of $2,500 to Pine Forge Academy. Also, just a minute. Now the reigning champion will take home a cup that he will keep for 1 year until the next one. So he will get this cup.
All right.
Can we have all of our participants come up front, please?